I have a poem for you. It doesn't matter if you're 6 or 32 or 68. If you have seen the end coming for a long time or are met with a sudden shock, it doesn't matter if you're well trained in the field or a young child with no understanding of loss in the grand scheme of things. You may live with the person or live across an ocean or a continent from them. If they've been a part of your everyday life, always, or maybe you've only seen them on holidays or occasional summer driving trips. Maybe you were really close and like best friends. Maybe you viewed life in entirely different ways and may have been estranged. Maybe you have talked every day, sharing everything. Or maybe you didn't have to, because you just knew what the other person was thinking and feeling from a deep place within your soul. Even miles apart and without words spoken aloud, everyone has their own version of relationships with parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, grandkids, grandparents, friends who are like family, children, adult children, even acquaintances. Each bond is different, and each may play a role in your everyday life in a tangible way, or perhaps a more symbolic one. That is to say, God made us human beings with a need for relationships of all kinds. He meant for us to have many, surface level as well as deep as the deepest well we can imagine. And then just think of God's well as never-ending, bottomless, like His love. He means for us to have bonds with others that go deeper than any human being can even measure. And when they are gone from this world, no matter if they're a casual friend or your soulmate, you're newly introduced or you've known each other your whole lives, and seemingly longer, you hurt. Jesus wept is the shortest verse in the Bible. It describes a grief we understand because Jesus lost a dear friend, Lazarus. We too are more than allowed, we are encouraged to grieve. They say there are many stages, that everyone goes at their own pace, that you can go back in the progression of grief and go through a stage again. It's not linear. It's like those dot-to-dot puzzles that we solved in books as kids. Over here, then down there, way up high and back to almost where we started. No one does it right or wrong. Jesus wept. He fasted and prayed, was in fellowship with others, was served himself, spent time alone. He talked to God, and we grieve. We remember his example and that no part of the dot to dot is incorrect. Nothing is a step back or weak. No part needs to be rushed. It all matters. It all is real. And actually, although it doesn't feel like it, it is good, because Jesus wept, and so he gives us permission to grieve also, in our own ways, in our own time. And if we know that our departed loved one knew God, and however much we miss them here, we can be assured that they are now in a better place, in a far better place, because they knew God and God has them now, wrapped in a warm embrace, safe, comfortable, healthy, happy, free. Then our grief, we know, will make room for bittersweet joy. For they are home, they are free. And though we hurt now, we have that image in our heads and knowledge in our hearts that takes our hurt and softens the edges. It is okay and human nature to hurt. In time, and everyone is wearing a different watch, in time hurt will coexist with relief. Joy even on the side, for we know the forevermore of the story, peace, hope, and serenity as you grieve, knowing this isn't the end of the story, but of this one chapter. In time you'll be ready to turn the page and have a new feeling about your loved one, All will have a different grief experience. All are right, and of which not to be ashamed. May the angels surround you, the warm blanket of God's love envelop you, memories sustain you. May you never forget that you're not alone in this, and the hurt will become less painful if you breathe into it and experience it, not push it away. Chin up, look around. See all those people who want to help you through this, me included. Joy abundant is on the other side. Hurt like Jesus did when he lost his dear Lazarus, but someday you'll stop weeping and will smile up at the sky, knowing it's better this way. And someday you'll reunite there. God has a warm blanket ready for you when it's time, and all weeping and hurt will end. Meantime, patience and kindness to yourself. You deserve your feelings. Remember, joy will return in due time. You can count on it.